Good morning.
This is Kim and Jen. So as you can see, we got new cups. Very exciting.
I'm Kim.
And
I'm on the top.
she is on the top because she is the one that had a most recent birthday. So since she had a birthday, we both got a new present. So good morning.
And
Today we're going to be talking about hand washing. Kim's going to start because she's going to talk about the little ones. And hopefully this information will help you not only during this COVID time, but for life. So
Great. I am going to give you 5 tips to help your little one wash their hands. When I mean little ones, I'm talking 1-year-olds to 3-year-olds. Most of the kids that I see in my practice have neurological conditions. So they have sensory processing disorder, they're on the autism spectrum, or they may have cerebral palsy or other neurological conditions. Because of those conditions, their ability to pay attention is limited. They have trouble with fine motor coordination. They have trouble bringing both hands to midline. And they really have a lot of trouble with motor planning, which is sequencing the motor steps of an action, which you could think of hand washing. There's 5 actions. You're turning a lever, you're pumping soap, you're getting the soap and washing your hands back and forth. You turn the water back on, rinse your hands, and then you dry your hands. That's a lot of actions. I cannot expect a child with a motor planning challenge to be able to sequence all of those things at one time. Therefore, step 1 is you do this process step by step. So the first action of hand washing is turn the water on. I am not going to expect them to learn all the other actions of hand washing until they master that. So do it step by step. Step 2 or tip 2 is use pictures. A lot of kids, particularly my kids on the spectrum, are very visually oriented. They love pictures. They love looking at pictures. If I can take a picture of them turning on the lever or doing each of the other actions for hand washing, and when it comes time to hand washing, I show them that picture, that's going to give them a little bit more information. It's going to get their attention. Step 3 or tip 3, another thing that you can do is use that visual interest that they have and do a little video on your camera of them doing each of the actions of hand washing. And then during the day, when you're just sitting around, you can say, look, and show them the video of them turning the lever. When you get to the action of rubbing their hands together, you can take a video of them rubbing their hands together. So use their visual interest to your advantage. Tip number 4 would be look at some of the actions that they need to do to be successful with some of those skills that they need. For example, it's hard for the kids to push down on the soap. They need to understand what push means, and they need to know how much pressure. So you can practice some of those skills in a day with, for example, a ball popper. Jen is going to show us a picture of a ball popper.
Shine. Look at me, maybe. There.
And there is a ball popper. We're all familiar with that. Thanks, Jen. So they can practice that during the day, and it's very similar, again, to pushing down on soap. Another skill that you could have them practice, washing their hands back and forth is very difficult. You could get some Play-Doh and have them roll the Play-Doh in their hands, get a little ball, have them roll a ball in their hands. You could put some sparkles within the soap and tell them that you want them to get the sparkles off. So those are different activities that you can practice. And step number 5, and this is something that I don't worry about until the end, but of course we want our kids to wash their hands for 20 seconds. So you can use some kind of visual timer. There's fun ones on the phone that you can bring up. You could sing happy birthday, you could sing the alphabet song, and then they'll know that when you're done singing, or when the timer goes off, that they're finished with scrubbing their hands. Take it away, Jen.
Perfect. Okay, so I'm going to talk about the little bit older kids, the ones 3 and above. Most of them have been exposed to a visual schedule, specifically at schools. Often they have the schedule put up on the bathroom wall. So while we're home, I thought maybe I could show you an example of a visual schedule. So my first tip is the visual schedule. So this is just one that I pulled up off the internet from the CDC, and they're pretty simple pictures, pretty kid-friendly, and one word, so it's super simple. You don't have to use this one, but I thought that this was kind of nice. And if you needed to cut the pictures so that they were more individualized, that is an option as well. There we go. Look at me all tech savvy. So my second one is, along with Kim, is doing these songs. I really like songs for these kinds of activities because there's a beginning and an end. Kids, I think when they start doing these activities, they think like toothbrushing or washing their hands. They feel like they're going to do it forever. So I like the ABC song because you can control how long or how fast you sing it or how slow you sing it. And there's a beginning and an end. Tip number 3 are books. Kids love books anyway. They love repetition. And we can talk about hand washing through books. Tip number 4 is washing toys. So doing activities like Kim was talking about for the popper. We can pick activities, washing activities. We can wash our toys outside. We can wash toys in the sink, just so that they get that experience of watching the dirt come off of the toy. If you wanted to put a marker on there, like a dry or a washable marker, so that they could actually see it come off, perfect. And then my last idea, my 5th idea, is doing crafts. So crafts are great because, or cooking activities, because you get wet and messy anyway. So glue or glitter or or finger paint, so that we can wash it off and see it come off. So hopefully those quick tips will help you, and that you will have fun washing your hands with your kids.
And please hit like and subscribe, and we'd love to hear your comments or any topics that you would like us to talk about in the future. Thank you.
Thanks.